Good morning, everybody, and welcome to class this morning. So today we are primarily going to be looking at how we can complete these assignments. So I'm sure several of you probably have questions. I've already gotten questions from one person about completing the assignments for our Module 8 assignments. These are 2 weeks worth of assignments that we have in Module 8. So I encourage you all to kind of pace yourself over the course of the next few weeks. Get some done this week, get some done next week, because there is a lot of stuff to do here. But as you can see here, I'm in our Blackboard course here. And I just wanted to kind of go through to start things off today and just look at these assignments and how we do them, just so we can get some practice with it. I'm going to take and turn down my computer audio just a little bit here because it can be a little loud. And we're going to head into Module 8. So in Module 8, we have these assignments. We have watch and learn lessons. We have tutorial lessons. We have hands-on activities. Okay, so we can start off with our watch and learn lessons here. We'll click that to open it up and have a look at it. And in showing you this with Module 8, Module 9 is basically the exact same way. So you'll want to make sure that you're also kind of taking what we're doing here in Module 8 and applying it to Module 9 as well. And our watch and learn lessons are basically the exact same as every other module that we've done so far. You've got a little video here that it wants you to watch. You've got a little text content here that it wants you to read. And after you get done reading and watching these things, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these things, you can click attempt here and take the quiz. So when I click attempt here, it should open up the quiz. So this is just a quiz. And it's a quiz based on the readings and the videos. 27 questions, not too bad. You've got one of these for part 1 and one of these for part 2. Similar to everything we've been doing so far. Where it gets different is in these tutorial lessons, but especially in these hands-on activities, because the tutorial lessons are kind of similar to what you were doing with Outlook in the last module. So if we look at these tutorial lessons, give that a second to load here. Remember that it does take a while for this to load because of the fact that it's kind of opening a virtual machine, pulling this material in from somewhere else. We'll click on the first one here that's exploring the word screen. This is where it's going to open our virtual machine, and we can kind of step through it from here. But you can see that this looks a lot like what you did in the last module, in Module 7 with Outlook. So it's going to
display the backstage area and then redisplay the document. 1. Click the File tab.
It's going to show you what to do and then walk you through it. And then either after you're done walking through it, or when you click this little blue circle here at the top and then select practice section, you can start the practice section, and you'll know you're in the practice section, which is the part that gets graded when it says practice the following. And then you'll want to make sure that you are doing the practice section all the way through. So for our purposes this morning, we can just kind of look at this stuff, get the understanding of what we're doing here. And again, it doesn't like it when you just click anywhere to try to get focus into the window. But you want to follow these steps. Make sure you're doing things correctly. and then do it on your own in the practice section. So where things really start to change, where things really start to get different, is in the final element here, which is our hands-on activities. So these hands-on activities, I don't believe they auto-grade. I believe I have to go in and grade them manually. But once I click these hands-on activities, I am met with this page here. And this might not look like an important page, but this is actually an incredibly important page. Because all of these activities here are the activities that you're going to be completing. And these are also the instructions. Now, we'll see in a minute when we get into this, you can actually see some instructions inside of the preview area. But if we want some instructions that we can make big and read easily, because things get a little small and difficult to read with those instructions in there, we want to get our instructions from here. So before I even go into our preview here, this area here to do the assignment, I'm going to click on Topic 6.1 Hands-On Activity, and that's going to open a new window with a PDF file in it. And this PDF file are the instructions for that project 6.1. Now, like, I have multiple monitors here in my office. However, you might want to be able to do this where you can see these instructions and do the work in this window at the same time. Now, since this is a separate window, if I just click on this window, those instructions are going to minimize down to the taskbar or go behind this window. So what I want to do instead is I want to resize my windows. So I can actually take and resize this window, make it a little bit smaller. And then I can keep this window open over here. If you want to, you can use these. You can use the tools down here, the plus and the minus, to zoom in. And so now I have my instructions and my work window open at the same time, and I can just click back and forth between the two without losing one or the other. And so now I can click into preview. And this is going to open up the virtual machine that has Word on it, and it's going to open me up straight into Word. It references a file here, social media project -6-1-HOA. And this is the file that you need. And you know, one of the things that we want to do is we want to pay special attention to the instructions that we get on this page. We're told to click Upload File when all the tasks are completed. And I've got as much time as I want to work on this. And so when we go in here, we might see, you see this instructions here. These instructions here are the exact same as these instructions here. However, I can't easily resize this window in here. So that's why I want to do everything before I get into here. This just makes it harder. So from here, I'm in my file. I can get a voice navigator or an on-screen keyboard if I need some accessibility options tools. But what I want to do is I want to just follow these instructions. And do what it says. So it says here, number 1, with the blank Word document, social media project -6-1-HOA open. Type social bookmarking and press enter. So I'm going to type social bookmarking and press enter. And then it tells you to notice some things, like notice that the extra space is automatically added before the next line, and we see that here. Type the text on the next page, allowing the lines to end automatically enter only where indicated. And you actually get a little document down here that's kind of showing you these different steps. So social, book, marking websites are used to organize, save, and share web content. Links are called bookmarks and include tags, which are keywords you assign to the content when you create the bookmark. Enter. Many websites now include icons for popular social bookmarking sites that capture the page references for bookmarking. Another way to bookmark a page is to add the bookmarklet for the social bookmarking site you use to your browser's toolbar. Bookmark. Let's add a book instantly when clicked, and enter. And so as you can see, like, this is behaving and responding just as if I was using Word on my own computer. It's basically because it is Word on a computer. This is what they call a virtual machine. It's basically a virtual computer in the cloud. And we talked before about how the cloud is basically just someone else's computer. So this is just virtualized on the cloud, but it's just like using a real computer with Microsoft Word. Then it tells me to type TH, and hit spacebar to see autocorrect work. And it gives me some more stuff to type. So I'm just kind of going through and completing this assignment. So the popular social bookmarking site Pinterest.com is used to pin pictures found on the web to virtual pin boards. A study by a marketing company Hi, Michelle. Thanks for the question. So by default, you get this. If you print the instructions, as Michelle said she's done here, we do have this full screen button here that we can click. That's supposed to work. It might take a minute. It looks like it's trying, but I actually cannot tell. This might just be as big as we can make this in context of this window, since it is a virtual machine that's kind of virtualized in our browser. We can, if you need to make this part bigger so you can see it a little bit better, you can use these zoom tools here. But it looks like this full screen button here isn't working for me either. So I might need to put in a bit of a help desk, a bit of a help request with the company for that one. That's the best answer that I can give you on that. I'm not sure that helps a whole lot, but at least we've given it a shot. Does that make any sense to you there, Michelle? This true size? No. This looks to be the best we can do with it, and I'll put in a ticket with the company to see if they can provide me any more information on this, because this full screen button here should be working, and it is not. So I don't really know what to tell you about that. Because it's obviously not working for me either. Because that should be the thing to do, but it's not functioning. So I'll contact the company there and see if they can fix that. But you can make the editing part that you see here a little bit bigger by using the zoom in and zoom out functions on Word. So that might just be a little band-aid that we have to utilize until we can get that fixed from them. That would be problematic. Yeah, because I guess if your screen is at a lower resolution, you can move this inner window and click and drag it. It doesn't like it, and it'll try to move it back. Yeah, no, you're not doing something wrong there. It looks like you were trying to do it right. You were just it's just not working for whatever reason. But yeah, I'll send something in to the company, and as soon as the live stream's over, I'll send it into the company, and we'll try to get it. We'll try to get them to work it out. So that's the best as I can do with that for the time being. So whenever you're done with these, though, one of the things that you want to make sure that you do is you'll save, and then you'll click upload file. You have to click upload file for it to be officially finished. You can choose to submit or save to come back to it later. I'm going to go ahead and submit just so I can show you what's on the next screen. And it'll give you this task here. Actually, I'm not sure if it gives you that. I think that might just be for me. But the thing that you'll want to note here is that once you're done, you'll see your attempts here. You should have 8 attempts down here at the bottom, 1 for each of our topics. And then once the grade will be nothing until I grade them. And then once I grade them, you will get the score. So that's how that works. And then once you're done with one, you can click on 6.2 and start the second one. So remember that our goal here is to complete all of these, have 8 different attempts down here at the bottom, 1 for each of the tasks at hand. And once you've done all that, you're good to go for the next thing. And yeah, again, we'll try to get that full screen fixed if that's it, especially because that'll be impacting some of you. And that's really the big different thing, and that is going to impact us for the Word module and the Excel module. Once we're done with that, we'll be back to normal. Then we get to our module 10. So we only have to put up with this for a few weeks, and then we can go back to our regularly scheduled programming. The other thing that you do have is this skills check exam. We can look at it really quickly. And it's basically just going to be the same thing as, what was it, the tutorial lessons. It's just checking to see if you know how to do the tutorial lessons type of thing. So it'll take a minute to open up here, and it might not want to open up since I had that other window open. So let's try this again. Skills check exam. So it tells you here that you want to do the task, follow the task instructions, and then select check answer after you've completed the task. Remember that you have to select check answer. So the first task here is to center align the title. So you can just highlight the title, center align it, check answer, and you're good. Apply the heading level 2 to the heading culture. So you'd highlight that, select heading level 2, and check answer. Design theme. We want the, oh, this is problematic too, because it won't stop refreshing. So that's another thing that I'm going to have to put in my help ticket about. So I'm glad I tried that. That's another problem. Oh, it stopped. Maybe just clicking this window is what got it to stop. So now, oh, nope, when I clicked somewhere else, it started again. Yep, that's something else that I'm going to have to contact the company about. So that's going to be fun. So in fact, we may as well just go ahead and finish the stream here so I can go ahead and contact the company and try to get these things fixed. If you all have any questions for me as you're working on things, let me know. I'm going to try to contact the company right now to get these issues fixed that we're having here, so they don't become problems. Did it just... Nope, there it goes. So we'll play the music for just a minute or two so I can answer any further questions in the chat if you have them. But that's all that we'll do for today. We'll have another live stream next week where we'll talk about some more topic material and not dive so deep into just how to complete these assignments. Since hopefully everything will be fixed in short order and we can get back to doing things on a nice schedule. So thanks for joining me today. We'll turn on the music. We'll hang out in the chat for just a couple minutes and answer questions if anybody who's with me live needs them. If you have any questions while you're watching this later, just send me an email and let me know. But that's all that I have for you today. We'll see you next time.